herbaceous and so, like, herbaceous, I guess. Should it be smelling herbaceous? It smells really herbaceous. Herbaceous. Today, we're gonna be making Dr. Pepper from scratch. I gotta give a little bit of background here. There's a bit of lore involved as to what we're doing, right? So the Dr. Pepper formula is like one of the most kept secrets in industry, which is why no like clone of Dr. Pepper really quite tastes like them. They're all kind of different. They're all very herbaceous and kind of forward with like a cherry type flavor, and that's kind of what they try to build around when they make clones of it. But no one really knows what exactly is in it and didn't really have any clue until 2009. They found in an old antique store in the town where Dr. Pepper Company was founded, they found this old page in an apothecary? I don't know what you call it, a pharmacy? It was a book from like a pharmacy that had all their formulations in it. And it was from the pharmacy that Dr. Pepper was invented in the 1800s. They found this one page that is a recipe for a Dr. Pepper's Pepsin Bitters. And it is largely believed by a lot of people that this is the original recipe that Dr. Pepper was based on. And also it's really hard to read because his handwriting is shit. So you can see I printed out this copy of it. The original one I think sold at auction for like $20,000 or something. But I've translated it down here into modern measurements and written it all out in pen so that we actually have a recipe to follow. I have seen this recipe all over the internet for the last 2 decades or so. I guess 2009, so 17 years. So I guess technically it's been in the wild for 17 years. But I remember when this initially was found and it was big news and Dr. Pepper was like, that's totally not the recipe, bros. Don't you dare try to make it though. People were like kind of freaking out about it because it was the closest hint that we had at what the original formulation was. I haven't seen anyone try to make it. I'm sure someone's done it. There's probably a TikTok out there or something. So today I'm gonna try making Dr. Pepper using the original formulation, and we're gonna see how it turns out. It's almost certainly been changed since the original one, right? I figure this is probably gonna be similar to the KFC original chicken recipe that we tried, where you can see the bones of the current day recipe in the original, but it's not like they've reformulated it a little bit, maybe added like a little extra. And I'm kind of curious if it's gonna be like that or if it's gonna just be completely different. Also, the original syrup is alcoholic because this was prescribed as a medicine. A lot of the stuff that's in it has medicinal purpose. I have us all lined up. I have our stuff out. I guess it's not squared up in the camera right now. Please stop showing the back of the paper. Clean white back is making me laugh. Yeah, I just printed it on. It's not an actual old note. Sorry, I didn't spend $20,000 to rebid on this fucking page. I printed it off on computer paper. You know what I didn't get for this stream? A normal Dr. Pepper. I have a diet Dr. Pepper. I drink this stuff like it's going out of style. Maybe my favorite diet soda out there. But I'm gonna be real, I actually don't like normal Dr. Pepper that much. I don't know, the sweetness is weird. I'm used to it having, and I think it's because it's so like herbaceous, I guess, that like the bitterness of the aspartame kind of goes with it. It's one of the only diet drinks where it feels like the diet is worked into the flavor. Let me read off what is actually in this. I used some help online because some other people have helped translate the amounts because it's all in shorthand. But it's basically, it's about 2 ounces of gentiane root, 2 ounces of bitter orange peel, 2 ounces of wahoo bark, we'll get to that one, 1 ounce of sweet flag root, 2 ounces of mandrake root, half an ounce of cardamom, half an ounce of cloves, half an ounce of coriander, half an ounce of cinnamon bark, 3.5 gallons of alcohol, 3 pints of strong syrup, 2 pints of glycerin. I actually didn't get glycerin, but I don't think that's gonna affect the flavor, and 5 gallons of water. Now, we're not gonna be making a 5-gallon bucket of this shit, so we're gonna be scaling down a little bit. Harry Potter-ass recipe. That's all these old apothecary recipes, dude. They were really just mixing whatever they found in the fucking woods. That much glycerin would make you shit for real? Yeah, this shit was a medicine originally. I think they were making this in bulk and then putting it in 8-ounce bottles and selling it as like a cure for your ailments. I think that's the original. You can't fuck up Dr. Pepper. It tastes like corn syrup. Okay, first of all, confirm not a real old Dr. Penis Enjoyer. But also, you can it's like one of the hardest ones to duplicate, bro. I got my water carbonator down here so that we can mix the syrup with fresh carbonated water and get like the soda form of it. We'll see how this works. How's it going, guys? Today, we're going to be making Dr. Pepper from Base Principles. I just realized I need to get an empty jar and I need to get my food scale. Some of these are gonna need shaved down with knives, and some of these are gonna need ground up. Let me go get my mortar and pestle and a little scale. Put it in this afterward. Bro, you're missing Eye of Newt. Oh, fuck, they were out of supply of Eye of Newt. So, Gintane root, I was able to find online from this company that sells, like, I don't even know, what, like, Solo Therapy is a wellness and spiritual company. It's some kind of, like, meditation shit. They sold 2 ounces of Gintane root in this little baggie here, which is pretty nice. Mandrake root, I found from the same place. They were advertising it to be used for witchcraft. I don't know, man, what the sources of some of these are. This is the sweet flag root. I actually don't have any clue what this is used for. I think it's marketed to the same. It's literally just in this paper bag. I found it on Amazon, so I didn't have to order this one through a third party. And then the bitter orange peel, you use this in distilling. You use it in making beer, I guess, not distilling. Use this to make beer. So I got it from a wine and beer making company, and got a whole pound of it, which is way, way, way more than I need. But the only other pouches of it I could find were like less than an ounce. So it was either buy a pound or buy like a little tiny jar of it. And then we got our cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, coriander. These are just your standard spices, but there's one on here that was causing me a lot of trouble, and that was the wahoo bark. This calls for 2 ounces of wahoo bark in a 5-gallon batch. You may be asking, what is wahoo bark? Well, apparently it is the bark off of a shrub that is, it's used a lot in landscaping now. It's called a burning bush. Native Americans used to use it as a thing to make you shit. What do you call it? As a laxative? It's the bark off of a burning bush plant. Here's the problem. Apparently, that has not been co-opted by any of these, like, homeopathic remedy shops or witchcraft shops, because I could not find a place to buy fucking wahoo bark. And I searched, like, oh, burning bush bark, or, like, you know, the Latin name of it, or whatever. I was looking for all sorts of stuff, and I was like, dude, how am I supposed to find this bark? And then I realized, 2 doors down, my neighbor has a burning bush shrub in their front lawn. So after stream yesterday at like midnight, I snuck out with a pair of garden shears. I don't think they're gonna miss a few twigs here and there. I think we're gonna be fine. I got some twigs off. We're gonna shave the bark off with a knife. And that should be good. Everything else we need is just the alcohol, the syrup, and water. Brother Rob, his neighbor, they will literally never notice. But if they have a Ring doorbell, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this crackhead doing? Why would you not just ask? Who was harmed in this exchange? I need you to point that out. So I'm thinking we do like a cup of alcohol, so 8 ounces. 8 ounces of alcohol instead of 3.5 gallons, which means we're gonna have to scale everything else down accordingly. But I think that we might not have to scale the herbs down as much because this recipe, that's the other half of this. They want you to infuse this stuff in alcohol for 5 days. We ain't got 5 days. We're gonna be doing this and testing it today. But luckily, I have already, in a different stream, solved this problem of doing speed infusion because we found out that you can do speed infusions using an ultrasonic cleaner. So we're gonna be using that strat. You probably should not do this at home. I feel like this is gonna be the potion that makes you shit, and I hope I'm wrong about that, but I think that this was meant to be like a legitimate medicine back in the day. Oh wait, hang on. I have to scale this down first, don't I? Was 1 cup of alcohol instead of 3.5 gallons of diluted alcohol? Tell you what, how about I make 1/28th of the batch size. All right, let's go with grams here. We need 2 grams of wahoo bark. Let's make sure the shavings don't launch off the table. This better be worth it. I pilfered the neighbor's lawn for this. They're gonna be mad at me for stealing a few branches. A succulent American shrub. Maybe this stuff will help the throat. Yeah, maybe it will. I did get some throat coat. I both bought a bunch of throat coat tea after the subathon, which is awesome. Throat, huh? Throat coat. Everyone always thinks throat coat is something nasty. No, man. It's like what every singer uses. We agree to not say thrussy. I can identify the VTuber fans in my chat by the specific brand of foul shit they say. Cause like normal Twitch shitheads are, they're a different like flavor of foul, but thrussy, that's a VTuber fan. Dude, I still haven't hit 1 gram. Are you fucking real? How much of these sticks do I have to shave before I hit 1 gram of bark? Oh wait, it just hard cut to 2. I think the granularity of my scale isn't very good. And then we need 1 gram of this. These only came as whole roots. I gotta cut them apart myself. I want them all to be roughly the same size so they get similar absorption, you know? Use a peeler on, it's like, it's hard wood. It's like, it'd be like using a peeler on a tree. This smells good, actually. Ooh, that smells really good. It's like almost minty and like fruity. That's cool. I've never smelled anything quite like that before. What kind of wood? This is calamus root. This is sweet flag root. Is what it's called on here. It's not the neighbor's wood. That's over here. Also, don't call it the neighbor's wood. That smells so good, actually. I'll need to peel the cardamom, but that shouldn't cause too much. All right, hang on. I'm gonna be collecting our components in this. Ooh, this smells weird. It smells like Chinese herbs. All right, gentian root. Bitter orange peel. This is using barely any of this, man. We have this giant-ass sack. I gotta make some orange beer or something with this. This is how you make like a shot top. That smells delicious, though. Okay, some mandrake root. This one smells like dirt. I feel, I don't know about this one. Some of these smell really good, and some of these smell like dirt. Cardamom, cloves, coriander, and cinnamon bark. This bowl actually makes this too inaccurate. Or maybe not. Make a curry next? No, I don't think I will. I need this to be easy to sift once it's all said and done. Dude, that chip just flew out of the bowl and into the jar with the other ingredients. Actually, Dr. Pepper's kind of like it's kind of an old person drink. Is that crazy to say? Damn, I really am being that guy from, what's it called? The guy from Steins Gate. Doesn't he have a whole, like, fucking thing where he thinks Dr. Pepper is, like, civilized? Were they paid by Dr. Pepper for that endorsement? There we go. Just a little coriander. Okay, halfway up this jar should be about a cup of vodka. Proportions of the infusion or the tincture I'm less concerned about. Sugar ratio will matter. This one I'm not as worried for. Okay. Let's get this in the ultrasonic. For anyone who wasn't here earlier and hasn't seen my previous streams or videos where I do this life hack. So I had an entire thing where I infused a bunch of stuff and I was testing it with this. So basically, if you don't want to wait like a week for your shit to infuse, you can put it in one of these ultrasonic cleaners, and the vibration of the ultrasonic causes it to speed infuse. So it's a really nice little, it's perfect for stream. I can get this guy fully infused in like 30 minutes instead of like 5 days. And I've done it before, so I know it works. If it ends up not being that strong, maybe I'll have to redo it. I don't need it to be hot. All right, dogs will run away at this one. That needs to go for 30 minutes. I mean, this isn't gonna spoil any of the flavor of what we're cooking in there. This is completely separate. Don't worry about it, bro. We're smoking that Dr. Pepper pack. We're on that Pepper Pack grind set. We smoking straight runts. We're doing a little side quest here. Because someone said, what happens if you smoke the herbs? Whoo! That should taste like the doctor. Huh. That tastes good. That smells good too. Fucked up in the crib, smoking Dr. Pepper. Does it get you fucked up? Yo, this shit got me seeing the doctor. But yeah, I do this too often, it is gonna have me seeing the doctor. Dude, this shit got me so fucked up. I had such a trip. I fell asleep, and when I woke up, I was in a room full of medical people. What, you smoking spice? No. The Dutch knockoff of Dr. Pepper is called Dr. Foots. Are you real? Dr. Pepper's son or Dr. Dick daughter? I'll take Dr. Pepper's son. It's been 94 years. Okay, look at that, dude. It's a nice amber color. Should be smelling herbaceous. Wow, that smells really, really fucking strong. I'm realizing now, and like, alcohol is the best to create a tincture. I'm kind of questioning if the amount of alcohol used here might be a little much. This is 50% alcohol. Let's make our sugar syrup, and then we'll mix it with that, and then we'll actually be able to taste if it's any good. Alcohol is awesome at sucking the flavor out of herbs. It's so good at it that that's primarily what we've used it for like hundreds of years. Now you're gonna carbonate it. So, the way you make soda like this, you make a thick syrup, you carbonate your water, you add a little carbonated water, whisk it in with the syrup, and then add the rest while you're whisking it in. This shit is bubbling. This is a thick syrup. I don't want to turn it into caramel. Let me let this cool a little. I think it's a little too hot. Once it cools a bit, we'll add it to the alcohol. Oh, I'll need to strain the alcohol out, actually. That really took that color on. Like, dude, the infusing trick is crazy. It actually cleaned it out pretty well. Obviously, in the modern soda, there's no alcohol in it. Once again, the alcohol makes it so it binds really, really well. Can't wait for a nice cold glass of Dr. Bob. Fucked up in the crib drinking Dr. Bob. Fucked up in the crib eating Cat Cod. Fucked up in the crib eating Solar Flakes. Fucked up in the crib repping USPEA. That's a really rich syrup. I think it's like a 3-1. If this just sits pre-dilution, it's gonna crystallize the sugar out. Before you're wondering why I didn't measure it more accurately, it's because they didn't say. They just said a rich, simple syrup. So, I'll take rich to mean pretty high concentrations, at least a 2-to-1, if not a 3-to-1. Give it a little taste. You want me to taste the alcohol? Hang on, let me just take a little sip. A little sippy probably won't hurt. It smells, under the alcohol, it kind of smells like Dr. Pepper. That's crazy. Wow! Ooh! I don't know what that tastes like. Whoa! That's very bitter. I think it's because it's alcohol, though. Hang on. I'm gonna get the simple syrup out of this. Yeah, it's not sizzling, so we're fine. Help dissolve some of the sugar out of this. And I'll pour in with our syrup. Ah! Spilling. Can't be spilling this everywhere. Hang on. And this should be our syrup. It's real thin for a syrup, but I think it's because it's hot. There's a lot of sugar in there. This is our carbonator. I just realized it's so tall, it's off the... I like this desk because I can lower it. I can raise and lower things into frame, and it actually kind of kicks ass. Here, hang on a second. Let me get the glasses. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Some fresh water. All right, let's see how we're doing. You get more carbonated than if you buy soda water. I'm gonna be a little generous here. I need to be a little more generous. It doesn't look like much in there, does it? Traditionally, in the 1800s, they wouldn't have had ice to put in here, but you know, we're gonna make it with ice because that's what we have Dr. Pepper with. No caramel color or anything, so it's pretty pale. It smells really herbaceous. Let's see how close to Dr. Pepper this tastes. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, Dr. Pepper for comparison. I'm not saying it's bad, but that is... There's a lot of flavor in here that's being overshadowed by how bitter this is. Oh, man. That's so bitter. But it's not entirely bad, I wouldn't even say. I feel compelled to keep drinking it. Can you pick out the different herbs? Yeah, let me see if I can, like, properly compare it. It hit right off the nose with insane amounts of bitterness. And honestly, I feel like it's probably being contributed by other things. By the flavor, I want to say it's the bitter orange peel that's maybe causing that. Also, why is it piss colored? Maybe I took the bark off the wrong fucking bush when I raided the neighbor's yard. What I'm realizing here is it's literally called bitters. It might literally just be bitter because that's what it's designed to be. Salt would work. Okay, hang on a second. Little tiny pinch of salt. Let's see what that does to it. That did make it a little better. That tastes like Chinese herbs. I'm gonna be real cheap. There's some that taste good that are underneath everything else, but it mostly tastes like Chinese herbs. It's still bitter on the nose. Like right off the sip. And then after it's like, ooh, orange? And like a root beer type of medley. I know you guys don't like me comparing it to root beer, but that's like a pretty good comparison. It's a lot of like herbaceous, woody flavors. And I don't really know anything else I can compare it to. Do I proof alcohol? I can't taste the alcohol at all. Granted, I put like, look how much left is in here, right? I put a bit of that in there. But not like a ton, right? That lemonade looks fucked. Brother, this is the Dr. Pepper. Root beer is the closest thing to Dr. Pepper, but it's also not all that much like it. Yeah. But it's like how, like, nothing else is like it. It's a weird drink. I'm spitting it out now because I'm afraid I got a poison shrub. I think there's a rose bush next to this one. How fucked am I if I got a rose stem in there? But honestly, I think maybe it was just meant to taste like this. Because as medicine, it's completely palatable, right? It's not like disgusting. Well, I can tell you right now, having made it, having sourced all the weird herbs and tree roots and barks, and having made the syrup, I don't think this is it. I think it's something completely different. Was it made by an actual doctor? Yeah, it was, actually. This is maybe the original one, but it tastes like medicine. It's very obviously. It's like the most directly bitter flavor you can imagine it being. The original recipe, it calls for 5 gallons of water, 3 pints of syrup, and 3.5 gallons of alcohol. It probably would have been like 20% or so. But also, given how this tastes, I'm pretty sure you were supposed to like drink a shot of it when you had a sore throat. It's not even completely bad. There's something that makes it super bitter right off. And if that wasn't in there, it would actually be pretty good. I hope I got the right bush. I might have picked the wrong one. What a way to say it, trim the neighbor's bush. Shut the fuck up. Not like that, bro. Like the literal shrub. Look, bro, I was just coming back from the neighbor's house at midnight after taking a little trim off their shrubs. I kind of want to see what the actual effects of these herbs are. Probably diarrhea. I'm pretty sure one of these things was a laxative. What is the health effect of drinking dog piss? Don't worry about it. Health benefits. Eases digestion and improves appetite. Might regulate blood sugar IQ. It's definitely regulated my IQ. I think the only IQ I'm getting checked on here is me for making this shit. Also, I probably should have looked this up beforehand. Wahoo bark. This is the one that has the least info on it. Uses. The fruit is poisonous. Wait. Oh, wait, okay. The powdered bark was used by Native Americans and pioneers as a purgative. It's a laxative. I see. Okay. That one makes you shit. Excellent. Well, even if we got the right one, look, guess I'll be shitting later, bros.